I hope you're doing well today. Today we are talking about another toxin in the environment. This is probably one of the most ubiquitous toxins that's found everywhere. This has the ability to create major problems for not only us, but for our children and for everyone, for our parents, our grandparents. This is found in so many different products. This is something that we absolutely have to talk about and that you need to be aware of. You need to limit your exposure to this. And this is really a global problem. This particular toxin is found in the air. It's really used to make plastics more flexible, and it's in everyday things that we use all the time that we just would never imagine could be poisoning us. So we've got to become more aware so we can limit our exposure. So the first place that you would unsuspecting place where you would find it, where you're going to find this particular toxin, is in some nutritional supplements. Okay, a lot of times you buy supplements and you think that they're helping you. This is why I try to tell you guys when I talk about it. I've talked about it in the past, but when we do discuss nutritional supplements, it's why I never ever recommend you go to the health food store and buy your supplements, or that you buy them necessarily online unless they're very specifically physician-grade supplements that are tested. The raw materials are tested, the end product is tested for exposure and chemicals and all of these contaminants. That's why you're going to get what you pay for. There was a class action lawsuit. I don't know the results of it, but there was in New York State, the Attorney General pulled all kinds of supplements off of retailers' shelves. These were major retailers that you would know very well, and you can just look it up. Probably type in New York Attorney General supplement lawsuit or investigation, and you're going to find tons of information on it. And you'll see that they tested all these supplements and they found all kinds of things in it. Most of them didn't have what was even advertised on the bottle in the supplement. They were full of fillers. Some of them even had common house plants in there. Don't even ask me how, but I just want you to know that you have to be very careful what you put in your body, because one of the places that you're going to find the chemical I'm going to talk about today are going to be in nutritional supplements. Some of the nutritional supplements have them. I'm not saying that all of them do, but they're absolutely there. And today what we're talking about are phthalates. Now it's P-H-T-H-L-A-T-E-S, phthalates, okay? That's how you say it, phthalates, like T-H. And phthalates, they're found in, they're used industrially to improve flexibility to plastics. So to make plastics more flexible, so soft plastics, they add it. The problem is that phthalates don't bind very strongly to the plastic, so they can be rubbed off. If they're in your plastic water bottle that sits in the warmth of your car, it leaches into the plastic. If it's on the plastic bag that you're carrying home from the grocery store, that's soft, it's there. If it's in your children's chew toys, in their plastic toys, the toys that you buy that are floating in the bath water with them that are plastic, it's leaching there. It's leaching into the things they're putting in their mouth. It is everywhere. It is in nutritional supplements, cleaning materials, cosmetics, food packaging, garden hoses, nail polish, shampoos, pharmaceuticals, raincoats, toys, just to name some, just to name a few. This is everywhere, and the problem is that this is also airborne. It gets into the air. So this is a global problem. If it's released into the air, it becomes an airborne issue that we're all dealing with. So this is a major problem, guys. Phthalates are a major problem. And we get exposed air transdermally, so if you put something on your skin, it goes right into the skin. Food, oral route, you can inhale it, obviously, which is air, but in the form of dust. So I want to show you guys something. There was a study done where they looked at different types of products. And so they looked at deodorant, fragrances, hair gels, nail polish, lotions, hairsprays, and hair mousse. Almost all of these are self-care, like body products, right? They tested them for phthalates, and guess what they found? 71% of the hair mousse that they found had phthalates. 71% of hairspray, 71% of the lotions that they checked. Deodorants, 71% had phthalates. Fragrances, perfume, 100% had phthalates. 100%. That's why I don't wear cologne anymore. Zero. None at all. It's because I would rather not smell like some kind of chemical that's going to make me sick and other people sick, and I avoid fragrances. 100%. Hair gels, 86% of hair gel. Nail polish, 67% had these phthalates in them. So my question to you is, are we being poisoned? Are toxins an epidemic that we are not aware of? Because I'm telling you right now that this is the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to be sharing with you guys live streams we're going to be doing on a regular basis discussing this particular problem, discussing these toxins in our environment. This is one of 800,000 environmental and industrial chemicals that are in our environment. All I can tell you is this is one. And these are some of the effects. Now let's look at how do they affect humans. Human effects. Now these are just adults. Adults. Increased body weight. Does that sound like, I've discussed it before, does that sound like an obesogen? It is. Something that could promote obesity by disrupting your endocrine system? It is. It's an obesogen. Insulin resistance. How many of you have diabetes, you're insulin resistant, or someone you know does, and they're fighting with it, and it's like, well, it's your diet. Is it? Is it the diet? Or do you have a degree of phthalate toxicity that's causing you to have decreased insulin sensitivity? You need to question what you think is convention. Yeah, diet is, you can't go wrong with upgrading your diet and doing that the right way. But that's just a small piece of the layers of the problems that we're seeing with people. We have to address these toxicities. Asthma, allergies. Now, how many women have uterine fibroids? How many of you have uterine fibroids? What's the reason for them? Well, we know there's an association with phthalates. So might you be toxic with all these plastics that you're getting from your shampoo, your pharmaceuticals, maybe the supplements that you're taking, maybe your cosmetics, your lotion that you're putting on your skin, maybe your food packaging, you're buying meats that are wrapped in plastic with the plastic wrap over them and you're taking those home. Maybe you're getting exposed there. Maybe you have phthalate toxicity or high levels of phthalates that are disrupting your hormonal systems, that are causing fibroids, that lead to breast cancer. If this doesn't upset you, if this doesn't concern you, then I don't know what will. Because this is absolutely, we are being poisoned by our environment. We have to take active steps to reduce our exposure to these things. We have to take active steps to try and remove these things on an ongoing basis. Because they're ubiquitous, they're everywhere, they're in our air, they're in our water, they're in our environment, they're on our clothes. They're in the supplements that we think are helping us. The further that we get from living in congruence with our environment, the more sick we become. We are so detached from what it truly means and what our true experience on this planet is supposed to be. And that might sound really far out to you. And you know what? If it is, it is. The fact of the matter is that that's the reality of it. We have created and manufactured so many things out of convenience that are amazing. But at what cost? At the cost of our children having cancer. That's not an acceptable trade-off to me. And I know it's not an acceptable trade-off to any of you. We have to change the world. And that's what I'm going to try to... That's my goal, guys. One person, which is you, and then your family, and then your family's positive changes will affect your community. And then that's going to affect our world, this world we live in. We got to do this one person at a time. You know, I'm trying to teach you guys so you can become more empowered, be your own advocate, be a better partner with your doctors, so that you can be an active participant and not a passive bystander in your health. Because that no longer works. Okay? This is something that we've got to do to take our health back. And guys, I'm going to be, if you haven't attended, if you want to learn more about this, where these things are coming from, these chemicals in our environment, what we can do about it, the strategies that I think are the future of how we need to be, how we've got to approach being healthy in this modern world that's just full of chemicals and metals. And all of Hey guys, Dr. Shook, thank you for viewing our videos. I hope they help you out. If you want to, just subscribe to our channel somewhere here. You can watch a video that YouTube's actually selected for you, so hopefully it'll help you out. If you need any other information or resources, just look in the description. We've got links to our website, to our 9 lab test guidebook, and everything else that we do. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys have a great